This is Legend. I am putting together a video here to kind of just give you an idea of what I'm doing in the stock market. We're going to go through and I'm going to just kind of give you a high-level glimpse of what I'm doing. I'm using what I call the RSI2 stock trading. That's kind of what I've just kind of named it. And basically what I'm doing is I'm using the RSI, which is the relative strength index 2 being 2-day. So over the 2 days, it's the RSI over that 2 days. You can see it here in this graph along the bottom. You can see the RSI2 right here. The very bottom, it's in yellow. That correlates with this yellow graph. Now, I'm using Webull presently. I like Webull. Seems to be a pretty good platform. I like it. Easy to use, easy to trade with. Pretty much use my phone to make those trades, but we're going to look at the desktop version. It's a little easier to do videos from. So right now we're looking at stock TJX. Okay, so currently you can see when I take my mouse and I move that cursor all the way to the very tip end of the RSI2, you see that yellow bubble here pop up. And you can see over there on the far left side, you'll see this number here change. So right now, the RSI2 is at 0.71, which is very low. What we're looking for is anything below 10. If that number is below 10, then that is when I look at seeing if it's a possible good time to do a purchase of that particular stock. But of course there's a few other things I want to look at other than just one indicator. So just to clear up this graph up here, I'm going to for now I'm going to turn off my Bollinger Band. That's what that is, the Bollinger Band. And we'll get into that a little bit later, maybe on another video, just to keep everything clean and easy. So again, the RSI2 here, relative strength index 2-day, it's at a 0.71. So that tells me right there it's a possible time to get in. What that's telling me over the 2 days, it is oversold. Anything below the 30 starts getting into the oversold territory, and anything above 70 starts getting into the overbought territory. Okay, so but we're looking for anything below the 10, so that way you are looking at something that is way oversold. And in this case, we're at a 0.71, so this thing's way oversold. Now, can it continue to go down? Sure it can. But we're trying to use the charts to give us a little bit of an idea of what might happen, right? And I use the word might because no one has the crystal ball that works. I know mine's broken. So what I'm looking at is that RSI2. Again, that is at 0.71. And I'll zoom in here so we can see these charts a little bit clearer. All right, you can see RSI2 is 0.71. We're below this green line, which that's the MA5. MA5 stands for the moving average, 5-day moving average. Okay, so it's below that, which is a good sign. So what we do is we will look to see if over a 1-year span, is this stock still above the 200-day moving average. That's red. This red here is this red line, and that says MA200. That's a moving average, a 200-day moving average. Over the 200 days, that's the average. So we're definitely, the stock stays above that 200 moving average. That's good. That just means that gives us a little bit more assurance that it's going up and staying above that 200. Then we go to a 5-year chart. 5-year chart. There's the 200-day moving average on a 5-year chart, which looks at the weekly. So that's over a weekly range there. So as you can see, it's pretty much stayed above that as well. So that's good. Did have a couple dips here, but that's over 5 years. So you're going to have a time that it dips down. Does it recover? Does it get back up there? Sure. Did here and here. Had down a couple times, and then we're back up. Here, down below that a couple times, we're back up. And now we're nice and good ways off of that 200. So that's fine. So we're in the good, good test. So now that the charts are above the 200 MA on the 5-year and the 1 year, you can check that box. But as far as on the RSI, you're looking at RSI 2, you're looking for that to be below 10 on the 1 year chart, which is looking at a daily interval. So again, we know that's below the 10. We're at 0.7, as we saw over here, 0.7. We're above the 200, and so we are seeing that this has been oversold. So it has a potential of having a nice little move upward, and that's what we're looking for. So we can now look at adding. I also like to look at adding one more indicator to help to know, is it the right time? We've got the RSI down low. We've got both the 1 year and 5 year above the 200 MA. I like to also look, I'm going to turn the MA off so you'll see those lines go away. And I like to look at the Bollinger Band. All right, it's just the standard 20 deviation Bollinger Band. So I like the Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band, this blue line is the mid. You have the upper portion being the white line, and you got the yellow portion being the yellow line. So what I like to see is it being down on the bottom end of the Bollinger Band, below this blue line. In this case, we are below it, and we're actually have just creeped outside that Bollinger Band right there. So there's a lot of pressure to push it back up, but of course it could continue to go down. So there's always, you always got to keep that in mind. Just because it's the bottom of the Bollinger Band and just because it's oversold does not mean it's going to go up. It's just more probability of a potential move upward for the next day or the next week or something like that. So in that case, I would be looking to say, all right, what if I go ahead and I buy TJX at this price? So I buy it at the close here at we'll say the 114.69, and that's this price right here, 114.69, what it closed at. And this was the close on October 4th, which was Friday. This video is for being made on Saturday, so it's after hours. But say you purchase it at the 114. So we would be looking for this to hopefully move upward. So let me turn the Bollinger Band off, and I'll turn my moving average back on. Now, so we purchased it at the 114. Say I buy it at the 114.69. We'll zoom in. Now, where am I looking to possibly sell it at? Well, the moving average 5, MA5, which is this green line, which is that green number right there. Okay? That is sitting at, you look at that green number on the far left, 116.08. So that is what I'm looking at, possibly looking for it to go above. Okay? So say Monday it comes out and say the stock is sitting up here at 117. Okay, what do? Do I sell it? You can. What I have been doing for my method here is I put a stop right there at that moving average 5-day moving average. So I'll put that stop at 116.08. What you see that number on that left side to be, that green number, 116.08. So that if that stock the next day is up here at the 117, and then say it comes on back down, it creeps down, boom, hits the 116.08, my stop hits, activates, kicks me out, right? Well, I got kicked out at 116, but I bought it at 114.69. So I made about what was that, $1.50, right? So I made about $1.50, rounding some numbers here, but so I made $1.50. Not a whole lot, but hey, that's just in one day, right? Or 2 days or something like that. But to win, I like to keep it green. But that's if it comes down. Say it doesn't come down and say it keeps on going up. What do? Well, this green line will start curving and following. And as it does, I follow this green line and I move my stop loss up. So now say the price is 118. So this being at 116.08, maybe at 116.50. So I'll move to 116.50. And then say we have a nice little pop and we're at 121. Well, that green line might be all the way up to here to about 117. 117.50. I move my stop up to 117.50. You can see what I'm doing here. All I'm doing is I'm riding it up, and if it comes back down, has a big sell day, comes down, kicks me out, that's okay. I got kicked out in profit. I'll take that. But if it doesn't, it keeps on riding up, well, I can just keep on riding it, right? And I'm giving it a little breathing room so that I don't get kicked out immediately. So that's basically the gist of it, and I'll do another video showing some other examples, maybe better examples of say some past candlesticks, charts, just to show you some areas where it works and it worked, and some areas maybe that maybe you took a loss on it, right? Maybe you took the loss. But again, nobody's going to win 100% of the trades. You can't win 100% of the trades. And you won't. You'll take some losses, but it's trying to keep those losses down low. But in this case, like I said, um, I'll put together some other examples, and we'll show, rather than me just trying to tell you that what if the candle was here and there. So I'll give you better examples on the next video to show you, an actual candle that's here that moved to here and we're following it, right? So you can better see what I'm talking about. But I appreciate it, and I hope it made a little bit of sense. It was a little jumbled around, but I'll do some more examples, and maybe eventually we can get it all pieced together and clear it up. So I appreciate it, and again, like I said, this is not financial advice for sure. This is just me showing what I'm doing on in the market on my Webull account. So it's not to be blindly followed. Do your own research, but just thought it was pretty neat. I've found out this method here, and I've added a few tweaks to it myself, and seems to be pretty good. But right along with everything else, it has its flaws. So I appreciate it, and I will hope to talk to you next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, legend out.